In the online gossip community, people outing themselves as terrible human beings are considered especially heinous. On this YouTube channel, the dedicated hooligans who read about these crimes against humanity are members of an elite duo known as the Daydream Arcade. This is Spicy Reddit Stories. Howdy hools, welcome back to Spicy Reddit Stories. I'm Darryl, this is my co-host Brianna, and today, what are we reading? We're reading some tales off of AmITheDevil. It's where, obviously, every single post is about a terrible person doing some terrible things. But before we begin, Brianna, how are you? How has your week been?
Hey man, I'm good. My week has been great. How about yours?
So I actually, I had a strange phenomenon happen. Normally, I think in the 4 or 5 years that I've lived in my apartment, I've never had, I've had some ant problems here and there, but nothing crazy, right?
Uh-oh.
The last two springs and summers, I haven't had any ant issues.
Okay.
But the other day, and I keep my place pretty neat and clean. The other day, I walked into the kitchen, and it was just like 2 a.m. or something like that. I woke up to go get some water, and I just noticed this streak of just blackness near the fridge. And I thought, that's strange. I don't think I spilled anything. I go over to turn on the light, and I look over, and there's a long line of ants going from underneath my sink to the refrigerator. I look on the door handle to open up the refrigerator, and there are a couple ants that made their way up that rubber lining on the side of the refrigerator door.
Okay.
When I tell you I wanted to yeet my refrigerator into space.
Oh, that would have sent me into psychosis, probably.
So it's been fixed. The problem has been fixed since then, but I didn't have any ant traps on hand. So what I did was I immediately opened up the sink. I took out the nearest dish cleaner, and I just sprayed the ants until they were dead.
That's so valid. You should invest in some Raid, because they're not just for cockroaches; they're also for ants.
Mm-hmm.
You should invest in that. Just be
spraying the fridge, spraying everything in the fridge with Raid.
Just eat the Raid.
They won't get to this food now, and neither will I. Anyway, that's how my week's been going. What do you say we get into these Reddit stories?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
So, my first story was originally posted on Am I the Weenie Relationships. The title is, Am I the Weenie? Wife consistently does tasks after I say I will do them.
I think after a couple 10, 15 episodes or so, I have to tell new viewers that if you hear us refer to Am I the Asshole as Am I the Weenie or anything like that, it's just something we started maybe, 70 episodes ago?
Yeah, just cause we're funny.
Yeah. It's a lot more fun to say it that way. So if you're ever confused, that's why. Don't question it.
And Am I the Devil is Am I the Weenie Hut General?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. I almost forgot that is something that we do.
Super Weenie Hut General. Okay. Okay. My wife and I, I had a stroke.
My wife and I married 4 years.
Okay. Fair warning, y'all. I've gotten 4 hours of sleep, so I'm a little delirious, and I apologize in advance.
There are people watching this episode that are running on 30 minutes, an hour of sleep, and you want to get on the show and cry about it?
Yeah, I do.
I see you. We all see you now.
Let me complain.
about the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. My wife and I have been married for 4 years. We had our first child 6 months ago. She does things like this often, but as an example. The other morning, she asked me to make a bottle for our child. I had just finished making breakfast and cleaning the dishes and wasn't dressed for the day yet. I replied saying that I would make the bottle right after I got dressed, which I was going to go do right now. I went and got dressed, which took maybe 3 minutes, and came back downstairs to find my wife holding the baby and making the bottle. In a vacuum. What? In a vacuum? Not really any big deal, but it is a repeat behavior which I find myself frustrated by often. Am I the weenie for getting annoyed? I perceive it as her passive-aggressively saying, you aren't putting the task I asked you to do above all others, and therefore the speed of your response is not fast enough, so I'll just do it myself. I wouldn't even mind if she just said, actually, can you please make the bottle first?
I'm sorry, but when they say, I know what they mean by make the bottle, but I'm imagining him tinkering in his garage. There's just darkness, and it's only illuminated by his lamp on the desk of the workbench.
No, he's got a
and
headlamp.
There's sparks going, and he has a giant mask on, and he's got the gloves, and he's just making a baby bottle. That's what's taking him so long.
And that's why she gets upset, because she's like, you literally have to build a bottle. Why are you not doing this right now?
We have the plastic bottles in the cabinet. What the fuck? You have to make it? This is why
you have
for
to
4
make
years he has been for 4 years he's been trying to make the best baby bottle in the world. Something where, it has the perfect you have to warm it, I'm assuming, the milk.
Yes.
And you you put it in like hot water or something like that. You run it under warm water.
Yeah. Some people put it in the microwave. Some people have like those like little like actual bottle warmers that you can buy.
Apparently you're not supposed to microwave it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like breast milk, you're not supposed to microwave it.
Yeah.
But no, that's what I want to picture when they say make the bottle.
Make the bottle. Yeah, I would imagine that's very kind of frustrating for the husband to be like, I need to get dressed first before my child eats. So get fucked. Because 6 months old, babies eat on a schedule,
Yeah.
Like they need to be on top of shit with newborns, especially.
If I'm not ready to get up or like get dressed, and my child needs to eat, I will walk out, dong out, ready to feed my child because their needs are greater than mine.
Exactly. So honestly, I would also be very annoyed if I was the wife, constantly asking you to do something and then being like, I need to go do something first, actually. Like, get dressed. Like, do you need to be full fitted out to feed your child?
I can't feed my child until I have picked out the perfect bow tie.
I do think you are the weenie. I would say yes, you are the weenie in this situation, because why are you putting your child's needs last? A 6-month-old child at that.
I'm having an existential crisis because I'm starting to realize that all I'm good for is comedy. And sometimes not very good comedy.
I'm just so funny. I can't do anything else.
It's a burden having to make thousands of people laugh every single week.
What a fucking hool, bro. This top comment by Ambitious Support 76. I babysat for both my niece and nephew when they were babies. Their routine was they got a bottle when they woke up from their nap. With both kids, they fussed when I got them, then stopped fussing when I put the bottle in the warmer. It was like they both thought, okay, she knows what to do. I'm good. With one of them, I messed up the warmer and had to redo it, and the kid got irritated and started fussing again. Babies know, man. They do. They do.
They're crying because you fumbled the fucking bag, Papa.
They fumbled the fucking bag. Another comment, someone pointed out in the comments that not only should he have absolutely done it before getting dressed, but he was already in the kitchen when she asked him to do it. He had just finished washing up from breakfast. Yeah, so like you fully left the kitchen to be like, I need to go get dressed. Fuck the kid. He can wait.
Oh my God. Father of the year right here.
Another comment. 1 minute can be the difference between a baby giving hunger cues to crying. 3 minutes can lead to a full screaming meltdown, making it harder to feed them. And then he still had to start making the bottle. This isn't about just any chores. It's about logical priorities.
Yeah, it really just sounds like he doesn't know how to prioritize certain things.
Yeah. And it's like, why do you need to ask your significant other to feed your child? Like, you would think, hey, my child is acting weird.
Like, you would think
and it's like,
that they would have worked something out, some sort of plan, you know, in terms of if somebody's doing this, the other parent has to watch the baby or feed the baby or do X, Y, Z. Because it's supposed to be a team effort. You're raising a child, and you know it's not always going to be perfect.
No,
but you gotta get your head in the game, man. You gotta come up with some kind of. You gotta have a game plan.
Like, if you know at a certain time your child eats, you should probably be ready for that time. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And obviously, sometimes babies are unpredictable. And, like, they can eat at different times, or, like, they don't want to eat at certain times that they usually do or whatever. But it's like, she asked you to make it, so it seems like the baby was like, hey, I'm hungry, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you would think, you'd be like, yeah, let me do that.
Yeah. And obviously, we're not parents. So I would assume in situations like you said, where babies are unpredictable, that's just, you kind of learn as you go. There's really no book or manual or those weird early like parenting training videos or whatever that you can't. Every baby is going to be different. Every parent's experience is going to be different. Like, I'm sure that when you said parenting videos, it just reminded me of that breastfeeding video from Barbarian. And I was like, God. Babies must feel skin-to-skin contact with parents to develop a nurturing, loving relationship with them. And meanwhile, Justin Long is just not having a good time.
Justin Long's just screaming, crying, throwing up.
God.
All right, well, you did.
The title from the cross post is "Watching 12-hour streaming is more important." My girlfriend, 23 female, is upset that her birthday isn't going the way she wants. 29 male.
She wants?
This is the second birthday. What?
She wants?
Did I say it like that?
Yeah.
She wants?
She wants?
This is the second birthday I've been with her for. The first one wasn't great, according to her, but we got through it. What happened on the first birthday? I must know.
Hopefully we get context.
Anyway, her birthday is tomorrow, guys, her birthday is tomorrow, which coincides with my Whatnot stream day.
Coincides.
I have streams lined up from, what did I say?
Coincides.
God fucking damn it, dude. I think that's gotta stay in. Or maybe not. People are probably going to be pissed. Hang on. I'll reread.
They're going to be so mad you mispronounced a word.
They're going to be so mad that we never get to the story. They're always going off on tangents and shit. But I don't know. People love it. Fuck those people that don't. This is our show.
Hey, did you know this is our show?
No, actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, her birthday is tomorrow, which coincides with my Whatnot stream day. I have streams lined up from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., and there are multiple things I need to buy. I have purchases lined up for some more expensive collectibles. And I know she expects another gift. I've taken her a 2-hour drive so she could hike a ghost town. I've also gotten her a card and written something on it because she basically begged for it, but I won't be there to cuddle with or cook with her or anything on Saturday, and I don't think I'll be able to get her the gift she wants, $35, until we work again next week. Dude, it sounds like, you're a streamer, man. You should be able to afford, you can't afford the $35 extra gift for your girlfriend? You can't even afford to give her attention. You just want to do your fucking 12-hour streams.
He really
who
said,
the fuck are you?
"Why, she's so mad. I need to go stream for 12 hours, and I can't take a fucking day off for her birthday." Jesus Christ.
God. Follow me at twitch.tv/the Dairy Boy. Thank you.
Just dying over there.
It's not funny, Darryl. She went along with our plans until last night while we were working. She started crying about how she didn't feel connected to me, and she kept bringing it up, so I finally asked what I was doing wrong. She kept saying I wasn't, that we were just Wait.
But she was saying, or he asked, like, what am I doing wrong? And then she said, you're not doing anything wrong. You're just not connecting with each other.
That makes sense.
I got you, King.
She feels like we don't have conversations anymore. She's fighting to be heard, and that we're just having sex to finish, not to be with each other, and we aren't touching each other anymore, just groping. So an absolute minefield of a list, and she can't or won't give me examples or solutions. She swears this isn't about her birthday, but I know it is, because she mentioned her birthday always being budgeted, and it will always be that way. I need help. Yeah, you do. Saturdays are one of the only days I take off work to relax and enjoy my hobbies, so I don't want to feel like a dick for that, and she has told me not to change my plans. But I don't know how to handle this. We're going to a family dinner for her and 2 other family members' birthdays, so she's being celebrated, but I don't know. Bro, I think I just read so much brain rot. I think that's the problem. I don't think the problem is with me.
This man is 29 years old and typing like this. I just drooled on myself.
And to be fair, no, you're also getting the brain rot because you're drooling on your desk. The brain rot is real, everybody. It's
hitting. It's infecting.
Oh God.
That's crazy. Obviously, she's not going to be like, no, you need to not do your hobbies and things you enjoy because you need to give me attention. But obviously, if it's her birthday, she would like to spend time with her significant other, probably.
Yeah, and also that wide range from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., bro, take a break in between that.
Like, you're insane.
And go out for dinner, and then you can come back later. She literally said to not change your plans. Yes, would that be changing your plans? Just a little bit.
A little tiny bit.
Have the decency to just put in some wiggle room for your significant other. I just spit all over my microphone.
You guys are struggling today. I don't understand people that are this self-absorbed and self-obsessed that they can't make time for someone they allegedly love.
Twitch.tv/the Dairy Boy.
What if I killed you right now?
I would love it, man. I would love it.
What if I shot you dead? Like, I'm blown away. I don't know what he expects. And she had to beg him for a card. A card.
Where the bare minimum is you write a nice cute message and say, love you.
And that was too much for him? Why are you in a relationship then?
He has to buy stuff for his stream.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Let's do the collective rubber heads against the mic in disappointment.
I don't get it. Wow, like that's rough, dude. That is real rough.
The top comment. Next up, she broke up with me out of nowhere. I was totally blindsided.
Who would have thought? Not me.
Girl,
you deserve so much better.
Yeah.
Fuck this guy and his weird ass fucking. Okay, so this was originally posted on r/AskMenAdvice. Title is, having female friends has ruined my hopes of dating. Any advice on how to regain hope and confidence?
I don't know how this is going to. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm a 23-year-old male. I'm friends with a variety of people from different backgrounds. However, something that's been extremely common among my female friends scares me. Example 1. A female friend, 1, tells me about how a guy came up to her and expressed feelings for her. She told me she hated every second of it and said the guy was a gross creep. I saw the guy and he was normal looking and was actually really kind. I've talked to him before. Example 2. A female friend, 2, tells me about how this guy came up to her table while she was eating at a restaurant, and she messaged me, "Get over here and get this guy away from me." I go over there and just tell him that, "Hey, sorry, this seat is mine." It was a 2-person table. And he said, "No worries, bro. Have a nice day." And was also really friendly. Female friend proceeds to tell me how creepy he was. Example 3. A female friend, 3, tells me about how a friend she had that was a male asked her out on a date, and she said she was so mad that the guy would ruin their friendship by asking her that. This all makes me extremely jaded and just never want to ask out anyone ever again. Any advice for people who might have had these same thoughts before?
Get some experience on your own.
Get a grip.
Like, and not look through the lens of your friends, perhaps. And also, if somebody is, example 2, like, she's eating and a stranger just comes up to her and just starts talking. Like, even if I was at a restaurant and I'm in the middle of eating and a stranger comes up to me and wants to have a conversation with me, I'm not really going to entertain that conversation. Like, I'm eating. Like, that's
and hey, guy,
like, that is creepy.
Guys act differently to other guys than they do women. I don't know if that's a shock or not, but
for me,
newsflash,
absolutely, 100%. I've never heard this.
Yeah.
This never happened before.
Newsflash, guys act differently. So for you to be like, "Oh man, he was so nice to me. I don't know why the fuck she's acting like that." And then for him to be like, "I can just never go up to a woman now because they're all gonna think I'm a creep." Don't act like a creep. Read the fucking room. You can tell when you're vibing with someone or like they're also interested in you.
Like,
why?
It's kind of like, I don't want to call it, like, I don't want to describe it as the same way that you make a friend, but you know how you have those interactions with people for the first couple times where it's kind of, you know, friendly or whatever, and at some point normal people make the distinction between if they're like a friend, and yes, taking into account sometimes there might be mixed messages between either party, but at least if that happens, you should at least talk about it like normal adults or normal people. But people aren't normal. Not a lot of people are normal. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine. I don't know.
It's fine. It's not fine. This one comment says, "Gentlemen, they walk among you and look just like you. How the hell are we supposed to tell the difference? Predators will act differently in front of you. Believe the women in your life.
Okay.
Please."
Okay. This isn't Jurassic Park. What the fuck are we doing, gentlemen? Some of you gentlemen up there, what are we doing? I can hear my brain melting like pop rocks.
Like, the fact that this is a subreddit too. Ask men advice. No, I think I'm good on that, actually. I'm okay not asking.
God, the subreddit, I mean, the bio, the description of it is a space for men and women to ask advice of competent and manly men, even when it comes to our feminine side. Ask your questions. Ask men anything.
There's always gonna be a few fucking weirdos that slip through the cracks onto this subreddit.
I'm sure that this subreddit, like, I'm
sure it
not
means
going
well.
to just assume
that
it's all toxic masculinity, because it probably is not.
No.
This
but
is
of course,
just something that was purposefully pulled to be thrown onto a toxic subreddit like Am I the Devil?
Yeah.
But
I don't understand how this is ruining your view on dating when you can just not be a creep. And that's how you succeed. Don't be a fucking weirdo and don't be a fucking creep.
And like I'm not even going to assume that this person is a creep. I'm thinking he's probably just looking through the lens of like the experiences that his friends are having with other men. That should not translate to him. That because he goes up and tries to talk to someone. If anything, use these as examples as to what not to do.
Exactly. Just hear your friends out, because there's a reason that they feel uncomfortable and like they said that these guys were being creepy. And yeah, it kind of sounds like it, especially the one where she's just eating and someone goes up and like trying to rizz up and shit while she's having a fucking meal. Like, Jesus Christ.
I can't even you made that move look good, and I couldn't even as a man do that.
Like it's so stupid.
It's like I can't do anything with my face that looks like that.
I don't know what you did with your
seductive
face.
it's like when Donkey tried to make that face. It's like,
oh my god, bro.
Oh hell. Like, what the fuck?
That was crazy. That was nuts to witness. But yeah, hey, super easy answer to your question. Don't be weird. Don't be a creep. And you'll find success in dating.
Just
be
don't
normal.
do the face that I made. Walking up to the table, just making that move. Just like, but they're walking at like an angle, just like... just walking up to the table like, hey, ladies.
Hey, ladies. Ugh. All right. Your turn.
This next post was cross-posted from Relationship Advice. I, 25 male, am dating a woman, 23 female, who has a kid. I'm not sure if I can handle being a stepdad. How can we work this out? I'm dating this woman, and we have a great relationship. We have had our hiccups, but we work through them well. The one major hiccup is I don't want to be a stepdad. I'm not around kids much, and truthfully, I prefer not being around kids. I want a kid of my own, but not until my 30s. Dude, that's like 5 years from... You start your 30s 5 years from now, and you haven't figured out if you want... Well, actually, no, that's not a fair assumption for me to make. What the hell? Am I the devil? Am I the devil?
You are the devil. Am I the devil?
God, the self-actualization and like that was crazy.
Yeah.
She asked me if I wanted to be a stepdad, and I said, honestly, no, but I'm willing to try. I know I wouldn't mistreat him, but we both fear that I would walk away once it gets to the point that I start helping out with the parenting. We both personally feel like it's normal and that no one wants to be a stepdad, but when they get involved with the child, they love it. Am I asking...
Am I asking?
I'm asking, are we incompatible or is it workable?
Well, you started dating a woman who has a kid and then realized after you guys started dating that you're like, I don't know if I like this kid. The kid's not going nowhere. I fear he's not, or they are not.
Yeah, no, I think once you even find out, you know, that the person that you're dating has a kid, you kind of have to, the gears should start turning in your head. You know, if you want to pursue a romantic relationship with them, that you have to register that that's going to be a possibility. It can't just be, I don't know if I,
like, you can't make that decision after you guys start dating. What do you think is going to happen? That they're going to choose you over their kid? I would say y'all are incompatible.
Yeah, 100%.
Just a wild guess. I think you guys aren't going to work out if you're already struggling with the idea that you might have a stepchild.
The top comment I don't want to be a stepdad. How do we make this work? In quotations. Well, the kid isn't going anywhere anytime soon, so
Like, I don't.
Yeah, 18 plus years or something. If they, depending.
Like, what is
where
there
it's
to
like,
work out? What is?
That's a big responsibility, my dude.
Yeah. I don't understand the question. Is it workable? You have to be okay with a child. Like, that's
Yeah.
the only solution.
In the comment underneath that, I realized, like OP, that I wanted my own family, but the man I was already dating had a child, and he was in the one and done camp. I even liked his child so much, he made me realize I truly wanted my own too. A couple, actually. Even realizing I can be selfish and I don't have it in me to be a stepmom was a hard blow to my ego. Not gonna lie. So, I broke up with him. Watched Legally Blonde like 3 times, ate ice cream while crying tons, instead of trying to make our incompatibilities work and become resentful eventually, because I helped raise his child, but I never got my own. So that we're both free to get what we both want. I had to be strong and ignore the messages asking us to get back together. It's hard, but such is life. Toodaloo. The toodaloo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
things just don't work out sometimes. And, disagreeing on children is probably a very big issue to have in a relationship.
Yeah,
So
that's not something you want to have resentment building up over,
No.
especially for years.
Yeah.
That it's yeah.
Yeah.
Tough decisions, and again, I can't relate to it, so
Yeah.
it's
I think, yeah, because me personally, I don't want kids. I'm good at being the gay aunt, that will spoil my niece or nephew. But I think
you'd be a good gay aunt.
Thank you. That's what I aspire to be. And I would want my partner to also be okay with the fact that I don't want kids and that they don't want kids either. You just got to be on the same page with that kind of stuff.
Guys, is Brianna giving gay aunt energy? I almost said gay mom energy.
What did we just talk about?
I don't know. What did we just talk about?
I don't
Guys,
know. Where am I?
What? Who am I? Who are you?
What is this?
Why is this camera in front of my face?
This is another subreddit we need to check out. This was originally posted on r/GuyCry. The title is Banned on All Dating Apps. 31 male, lonely. Or the way they spelled it, lonely. Had a Hinge with 800 likes and got banned. Shout out Hinge. I'm really shy and never had a girlfriend, so Hinge was my only hope. Basically, I got banned for asking a girl if she was down for something casual. She wasn't my type for a relationship, even if that was my primary interest on the app. Lame reason to report someone, in my opinion. I got banned on Tinder and Bumble a long time ago for doing pretending to be a woman experiments. Fair bans, I won't complain. I'm pretty lonely and not sure how I'm going to meet a girl now. I don't have a social life to meet girls. This sucks. Hey.
Well, if it ain't the consequences of your own actions.
First of all, pretending to be a woman for experiments. Wow. That's just one thing. 2, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you getting banned for asking someone if they're down for something casual wasn't the real reason you got banned. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you said something very bad that was probably reportable. Because why would they ban you for asking if someone is down for something casual when that's usually the case for dating apps?
Yeah.
So I fear this is on you, bud.
There's something missing. Yeah.
This is on you, bud.
Yeah.
And learn how to spell lonely.
What? Lonely.
Lonely.
My uncle
like,
Lonely. The other day I was saying, we're coming up on 100 episodes of this. I don't know of any other subreddits that we could throw in that we haven't done yet. I'm not saying we do r/guy cry, but
I
the
honestly, I fear
rabbit
we
hole
need
for
to.
subreddits that are on here, if there's a guy cry, to make it fair, we gotta see if there's a girl cry.
That's true.
r/girl cry.
Girl cry.
I'm afraid that this is going to bring up something different. No, it doesn't look like it.
Okay.
The first one, girl cry, cat girl crypto is the first subreddit that comes up.
Cat girl crypto.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, you definitely did something bad.
Is Hinge the dating app? What was their phrase? What's their catchphrase?
It's like the app that's like meant to be deleted or some shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this guy should delete every single dating app that he has on his phone, which I'm sure is a lot that he hasn't been banned from yet. This one comment says, like every unwanted sex request goes, let me have sex with you. No, I don't want to. Fine, bitch, look around, because I'm going to find you and bury you in the woods. Every single time, except there are minor changes in the last half, ranging between douse you with acid and F you to death. Granted, this a wild comment. Granted, I had relatively few interactions like that because I don't go to dating apps, but sex pests occasionally reach to me in social media. I hang out on groups that expose creepy dating app profiles, and sex pests just asking you and politely leaving without calling you names or threatening to kill you are about as rare as seeing Putin dancing butt naked in your doorway. That was an insane comment. but it was very accurate. Because dudes on dating apps are fucking insane. I do not envy straight women and bisexual women that have to deal, and pansexual women, or just people in general that have to deal with speaking to men like that on dating apps.
And not even in a dating sense. There's toxic men in general.
Yeah,
too.
It's really fucking sad. And
it's exhausting.
I can't think of anything worse. This other comment, this last comment I'm going to read. K for pay. They said, I'm disabled and can't work and I can't drive, live in a pretty isolated area, and I have a social life. If he tried to make friends instead of exclusively fuck women, he would probably have one too.
Valid points.
And people probably don't know or don't like you because you don't know how to spell lonely. God.
I wonder if at any point in my life I spelled lonely like that.
Lonely.
Stared lonely.
I stared lonely.
Into the distance and said, is that a sniper?
Yes. God. Guys.
All right.
Men, stop being fucking weird.
No, we're done.
Stop being fucking weird. God bless. How many times do I have to fucking say this on this goddamn show? Okay, your turn.
This next post was posted off of the weirdest subreddit I've ever seen. r/am I the weenie? Would I be the weenie public?
Am I the weenie? Would I be the weenie public?
Am I the weenie? Would I be the weenie public? Am I the weenie? Would I be the weenie public?
God.
We need a whistle where it's like when the episode is officially off the rails, we just pull the thing.
Just like, stop.
No, it's toot toot.
Toot toot.
Would I be the weenie if I went to an AA meeting to meet guys? I, 45 female, am single. I hate it. The problem is, I don't like the bar scene. I'm not a drinker at all, and don't want to be with someone who drinks regularly. Talking to me kids, they're grown, and we had the idea of
talking to me kids. All right, Mr. Krabs, go off.
We had the idea of an AA meeting instead of the bar. I just don't know if that's acceptable. Anyone out there have any advice? I
Hey,
think you should meet
no.
the person from the last story. Because I think you two would get along just perfectly.
Wild piece of advice. Don't
But
go
how
to
old
an
was the
AA
person in the
meeting.
last
31.
31? 31, 45? That's fine.
That's fine.
Eh.
Don't go to an AA meeting to meet people. Don't go to any support group to meet people. Please, God, don't do that.
Yeah. The top comment saying people in the program are often advised specifically not to enter relationships while they're actively in the beginning of recovery, especially with other people in the program. So this would absolutely backfire, or she will end up with an alcoholic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately,
Yeah.
people with substance abuse issues or issues with alcohol, if you are around the crowd that or with somebody who also has a problem, you can enable people.
Yeah,
each other.
It's very
rather.
tricky. Granted, like, it's good to relate to someone who also has, like, gone through that struggle and, like, has come out of the other side. But when you guys are both, like, in the beginning of your recovery, yeah, that's probably not a good idea to get involved with someone else.
Yeah.
Or just get into
Another
a relationship in
comment
general.
saying, yeah. Another comment here saying, as someone in sobriety, I hope this is a troll, but without creeping the profile, I'm guessing no. I hope someone reads her the Riot Act if she does that. Basically, like if someone came to any group therapy session with the intention of hitting on people.
I do not understand why. So you don't like going to bars and you're not into the bar scene. Hey, you know there's other places to meet people, right? Not go to fucking AA.
But yeah, no, I think that this person should go talk to the person in the previous post.
I think
because
this person should go to therapy.
I thought you were going to say that they should go to hell.
That too, because they're preying on people that are struggling, and that's really fucked up.
Yeah. She should start a cult while she's at it.
Bro, like, what the fuck even? What? These people are insane, dude. What is happening? Okay, so my last story was originally posted on the Passport Bros. Title is, If You're a Woman, Read This. Hi, ladies. I will share one...
Oh, God.
Hate it.
Oh.
I will share one perspective that more or less represents how most men on this sub feel and why we're here. I'm in my 30s. When I was younger, I did okay in dating prior to Tinder's debut. Fast forward to 2024. I had just finished the Marine Corps. I was, and still am, in great shape. I'm tall. Got into bodybuilding. Had a hair transplant, under eye fillers, skin treatments, LASIK, and tripled my income. I went from being a 5 to a solid 7.5 on a scale from 1 to 10.
That seems like a very fair, modest assumption.
I moved to Romania right after the military only to see what it was like. Been here for almost a year. I went to the US to visit my family for 2 weeks, and a girl I was interested in said she wouldn't be able to meet again for almost a month because she was too busy with work. So because I am not a 10, she literally didn't care. And mind you, even though she was pretty, she was quite heavy for her height, and I would not have been able to pick her up physically. My message to you is this. I shed blood, sweat, and tears to become the man I am today. And there's no way in hell I will ever go back to dating in the US. I get treated like a king in Romania, and I'm appreciated here. With that said,
Did Andrew Tate write this post?
There are 4
Is this Andrew
bullets.
Tate's burn? Did we just find Andrew Tate's throwaway account?
There are 4 bullet points that this person put.
God, I want 4 bullet points somewhere else.
I want 4 bullet points in my fucking head. You do not have the right to tell us how to conduct ourselves overseas. What two consenting adults do behind closed doors is none of your business. Women in Western countries have no qualms about taking advantage of men for their resources. At least overseas, we are appreciated for it. For men, like myself, who hop from bed to bed, keep in mind we are a small minority. There aren't nearly enough men to ruin women. This is a problem only in the West because Western women make almost as much money as men do. Poorer countries do not have this issue, and women still pair bond with locals due to financial dependence. Lastly, there's no way on God's green earth we're going to let you infiltrate one of the only men's spaces we have left. If we have to make another social media platform to stop you, we will. The clown show ends here. This dude just went into psychosis mid-post. Mid-typing.
Dude, I've been trying, especially with this previous election, trying to stay away from reading comment sections, especially when it comes to trans women, women in general. Just I've just been trying to stay away from all of that. So when I see posts like this, I get tunnel vision, and all I feel inside is rage.
Let me read these edits he put. Edit 1. I can see why women weren't allowed to vote. Edit 2. See, boys, this entire sub has more women in it than men. If you want an invite to our new private sub, send me a DM.
Oh, so this is a mod post. This has to be a moderator or someone who owns this page.
I have no idea. I think this is just a fucking idiot little incel that was like, I'm gonna make my own sub because I don't like women. They have cooties.
Join our private 18 plus Discord. You get in there and it's just like 4 other guys. Or even worse, you join it and it's like a couple hundred just incels in one group, and they're all in voice chats.
Like, I just I'm blown away by this post, actually. He really got
Can we
mad.
put incels in like a zoo?
Yes.
Or like a museum,
and then
just
hire a firing squad and line them up against the back wall. For him to get just immediately mad because someone is busy with work and then just immediately assume, so because I'm not a 10, she doesn't care? Boy, let me tell you, you are insecure as fuck.
Yeah, because I can guarantee you that the majority of women are not expecting you to be a 10,
no.
Let alone a 9 or even an 8. I don't know. I might be pushing it there, but
bro, like, I don't understand. Maybe I'm in the fucking minority, but if you have a good personality, you're gonna be more attractive than the average,
you're pretty much golden
conventionally
there. Yeah.
attractive person who has a shit personality or has the personality of a fucking wet towel.
Yeah.
Like,
and also be mindful of the people that start out where you might be love blind, or you might have rose-colored glasses on and you think that they have a good personality.
yeah.
And maybe they do at the beginning, but eventually if they are just faking it just to garner your love, attention, and whatnot, it slips through at some point.
You know,
And then you got men like this.
Yeah. This one comment says, he's definitely the kind of guy that will hit on you at a bar, and when you reject him, he'll scream, well, you're fat and ugly anyway. Like, dude, you came to me. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think I've ever seen, and I'm sure it probably happens, but I don't get how when a man gets rejected by a woman, they'll try and like dress them up for like compliments and stuff like that, and just shower them with like shower them with compliments and nice shit, and then when they get turned down or things don't go the way that they planned them to, they usually resort to calling them fat, stupid, ugly, or whatever. And I don't see women doing that to men very often either. So it's just like, I don't get that mentality of snapping back and just going for just the most stupid insults.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. This last comment I'll read. They said, girl literally explains she wants to see him again, but it won't be for a bit due to work responsibilities. And this dude immediately jumps to, it's only because I'm not a Chad. Whatever. You're fat anyway. I'm gonna go find impoverished women to use who are too desperate to ignore me. Jesus, I can smell the insecurity from here. What a little piss baby.
Yeah, this is true. I completely forgot, like, the Passport Bros subreddit is just like men that go to other countries because they can't fucking cut. They think that they can't get a woman here.
Yeah.
So they just fucking, god damn it. This was originally cross-posted on r/confessions. Guys, if you got angry at the last post, sorry, this one is nuts. I ran over my girlfriend's cat 2 months ago, and she still thinks it ran away. How do I tell her? I ran over my girlfriend's cat 2 months ago, and she still thinks it ran away. I'm not sure how I can tell her without making her upset. She had that cat for almost 6 years and loved her so much. I don't really like cats, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel bad for my girlfriend, but don't feel much about the cat in general. I'm scared that because of this, it might be difficult for me to show empathy to my girlfriend. I want advice on how to tell her because I'm scared that I'll say the wrong thing and possibly make her even more sad about her cat than she already is. She's been mourning the cat's disappearance, and I'm scared that if I say the wrong thing, it will make it a lot worse for her. I am so sorry that I read that.
That was the longest silence we've ever had after reading the story.
No, dude. I did not know how to proceed from that, man, because I know that I picked that story, but I think this was the first time that I've read a story where I genuinely just am speechless.
I am at a loss for words.
We just sat here for like what felt like 10 minutes and just absolute silence. I don't know how Will's going to put that together or if we're just going to take this story out, but
how do you run over an animal that belongs to your girlfriend and say, I don't really feel much about the cat? What? Are you psychotic?
100%. Not to label someone, but
this is psychotic behavior.
If that's what you're concerned about, you're a fucking psycho.
I'm scared because of this. It might be difficult for me to show empathy to my girlfriend. There's no way.
And yeah. And you're scared that you'll say the wrong thing and make her even more sad than she already is.
Because you killed her cat?
Brother, there is absolutely no way that that's not gonna happen.
Oh my god. I genuinely don't know what I would do in this situation if I found out my significant other killed my cat and had me believing that it ran away. Oh my god. I can't say what I'm thinking.
Oh my god. So apparently, there's a comment under here linking to the top comment. Somebody must have gone through their profile, because this comment underneath, buried somewhere, but some legend found this Do you have like a degradation kink? According to your profile, you like to SH, and you have also made a post about your 50-year-old husband liking children 4 weeks ago. Now you go and run over a cat and have no empathy, then cross-post it in 3 different groups. You're the asshole.
So this person is psychotic.
I'm afraid so.
Holy shit, dude.
The entire time that we've been doing these, this is the first time that
This is the first time I've ever been like speechless. I genuinely I feel terrible for OP's significant other, and I hope to God that they're not going to be together for that much longer.
You know what? If it was up to me, someone should make this problem disappear.
I would lose my mind. I would genuinely lose my mind. Because my animals are my fucking babies. And if anything were to happen to them by someone that is close to me, they would be dead to me.
Sorry, guys, I'm sorry if we just put you through a whole lot.
Oh, so this was just a rage bait post.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, because that comment you said, like, apparently this is a dude that was writing this. And then they made a post saying their 50-year-old husband liking children 4 weeks ago. So that doesn't add up.
Shh. Detective Brianna is on the case.
I'm on the case.
Well, I guess we fell for it.
You fell for it. I'm just kidding.
Excuse me!
You're the one who picked it. Thank you so much for sticking with us with these wild ass fucking stories. They kind of made my blood pressure raise and go crazy, and my BPM is like 180 right now. Not really, but
we need to rush her to the hospital.
I need to go to the hospital right fucking now. If you guys are interested in watching all of the other spicy Reddit story videos that we have done, there's going to be a playlist linked at the end of the video that you can just click on and binge all the other ones. But if you don't feel like waiting to the end of the video, which you should because you love us, you can just go to our channel, go to playlists, and it'll be right there front and center.
You can also get these stories on the go at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Audible, and more if you want to listen to them offline, if you're at school, what have you, at work, on the go. And guys, we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for sticking with us. This was a very...
This was a video.